Okay, listen, so whether you like him or hate him, for the record, I'm not particularly fond of him. We'll get into that in a second. But Shane Dawson recently had a surrogacy with his husband, and the result was 2 twins, right? Okay, I want to preface this by saying this is extremely messy for drama right now, because it's all over the place. There are certain sides to this that I think are completely off the rails, but also some who raise valid points. This is something I'll get into in a bit, but I think this whole situation is being muddied up by a ton of people trying to push narratives that stray from what the focus should be, right? I'm talking about specifically like the quartering and like people like Sneako. We'll get into that in a little bit. But anyways, so again, they had twin boys, right? So this blew up on Twitter because of Shane's former controversy, because Shane has been a little bit of a creep.
And she goes, oh, I'm a cheerleader. And I'm like, oh, really? And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy. She's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
I know, listen, we've talked about before.
Shane, like, do not say this, and like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has this
allegedly.
justification for.
Okay.
And it's so disturbing, and like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, wait,
no, like,
no, let me explain. Let me
no.
explain.
Oh god.
Here's my justification.
I can't.
Here's my thing. People have foot people have about, you know, everything. Fine, everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like baby on Google and you're to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand
because
that. Here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like, I don't want to see.
You could get arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me just pretend. Let me pretend like a for a sec. So I typed in naked baby. First of all, there was. Okay, back to the Instagram. So I look at this little girl's pictures, and she had makeup on. She had her tongue out. She was doing like the peace sign. She was doing a backflip.
Is she like Honey Boo Boo? Is she fat?
No, she was like the skinny little sex.
That's the clip that's been circling around a ton. A lot of people are passing it off as like saying that it's jokes and that it doesn't really matter. Personally, because of stuff like this, the criticism that they shouldn't have kids is valid, right? One of these dudes repeatedly made jokes. I'm a survivor of childhood and there is nothing funny about it. Who in their right mind allowed Shane Dawson of all people to become a father when he was outed as a bad person some years ago? Now, when I talk about muddying the waters here, right, I specifically mention the quartering because instead of focusing on the troubling aspects like the videos I just showed, he's using this as an opportunity to give a platform to his homophobic opinions and to make it essentially about why he believes that gay people shouldn't be allowed to have children. This poor child likely trying to latch onto his mother's for life-sustaining milk, but instead gets a mouth of full gay man chest hair who bought the thing and likely thinks it feels weird. So from this, he is implying that 1, Shane bought the child, 2, that apparently he's getting some kind of feeling off of holding the child, and 3, that Shane is trying to breastfeed the child, which just isn't true. But this is the narrative that caught on from even like big YouTubers like Optimus saying, I think it's pretty disgusting to see a baby sucking on a dude's nipple personally. Which, if you do your research, it's obvious that the quartering straight up altered the picture, which if intentionally or not, spread this narrative. And for the record, Optimus did fix this later, saying, okay, thankfully someone in the comments found the uncensored version and it's just skin to skin. Thank God. Still, this dude should not be a parent whatsoever. I agree with that statement. The quartering tries to downplay this, saying, well, again, I didn't alter anything. Which, yes, you did. You altered the image to imply that Shane was trying to breastfeed this child. It doesn't stop here because the quartering wasn't the only person to twist the story here, right? Both Sneako and Aiden Ross weighed into this, saying, disgusting. Child abuse. This was one of the more tame takes here. Sneako had a different reaction, though, that wasn't as tame. He says, this is trafficking, which is wild. Like Keemstar said, he better have some lawyers lined up or something. There is no problem with a gay couple having a surrogacy. None of these people would be claiming the same thing if they had like adopted the kids. The problem here is Shane Dawson, a well-known terrible person and just a creep, right? But these people are using this as an opportunity to spread just blatant homophobia through twisting the truth and screenshots and just maybe not doing their research. Whether that's intentional or not, I feel like that's an issue. I do want to know what you guys think about this. Again, I don't like Shane. I think that he is in no position to be having kids, but I think the narrative that's being spread around and twisted is not good. Anyways, be sure to have your notifications on in case any other updates come out, and I'll be sure to get that out to you as soon as possible. Anyways, I'm out. Thank you to channel members Lucian, Enemy Girl 19, Phoenix Ace, and AoE. You guys are awesome. I could not thank you enough.